With my playthrough of Vampyr. I started to say thecaperadio.com, but I'm no longer with that station. Anyway, thanks for joining me on another adventure. This is my current playthrough that I'm doing, and I just haven't had a chance to go back to the main menu. I was trying to finish up a side quest before the top of the hour, but I came short, so I'm trying to finish reading this, and then I'm going to run back to the hospital, and then we'll start with the other playthrough that I was doing, that I was recording for YouTube, for my channel. But anyway, I'm going to send a friend of mine a message that I am broadcasting. I'm not sure if he's on. Nope, he's not on right now. Okay. The building, abandoned a warehouse, aggressively donated to Dawson's family, then renovated. They transformed into what is now the most famous asylum in London. The poor and the hungry are welcome under his roof, and with them he shares his food, his care, and his prayers. Sean Hampton came from a background of misery, but the hardships of his life didn't disfigure the maim of his profound trust in the Lord. If anything, the faithful man gained acute empathy. In exchange for torments of poverty, his love of others is reowned throughout the docks. Rare are those who didn't witness Sean cry at the night of the infirm veteran, an orphaned child, or a sick mother. That's how he gained his nickname, the Sad Saint of the East End. Sean Hampton is so respected that people still stay in his shelter even after the Sad Saint contracted a mysterious disease which forces him to rest a lot and take his meals away from his flock. While in some other parts of London, some people step back as soon as someone coughs in public. Men and women accept to eat and sleep in the Hampton Asylum. It's the safest place in the East End docks. The building looks dirty. The stench around the place is awful for a delicate soul, but there is hope and love there. And the death toll has been low and stable for days. This is Casey. Nice. I just gotta get more medicine to heal this guy down here, Oswald Thatcher. People keep getting tired. There's beds everywhere. Just lay down and go to sleep. No! I must cure this person. Ugh. Fatigue. Anemia, fatigue, cold. 2 people with colds. A lot of tired people. Anemia, sepsis. I haven't even been to here yet. Okay. I came here to try to do a side quest for imagine life in 1918. Must have been pretty horrible. Like, this guy turns around. Uh-oh, don't turn around. Uh-oh. Oh, you think I'll get a red flag for me singing a song? Don't turn around. Don't do it, YouTube! Don't flag me!
Fix me properly. A month? A year?
You have the right to disapprove of our methods, and you will kindly apologize when you're feeling better.
missed this over here?
You always knew the word.
Unfinished letter. Pembroke Hospital, November 2nd. My dear children, sorry I did not write to you before, but it hurts like hell just to write these few words on bloody paper. Don't worry, Daddy will go out to the hospital as soon as the doctors fix his arm. We'll go out of the hospital. In the meantime, if you need something, go see Mr. Chadwick at the construction site and tell him you are Harvey Frederick's children. You remember Robert Chadwick? The big guy with a mustache who helped me repair the house doors last spring? Go see him and ask for a few bob. He won't refuse to spare you a few. I'm sorry, I can't work anymore for now, but we'll figure out something as soon as I'm out. Don't worry, everything will be fine as soon as Daddy's arm is strong again. As soon as the doctors have fixed my arm,
Oh, the children, Helen. As for me, so many deaths. Blundering idiot. It's still not coming.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
You seem worried about the safety of your family. And it's obviously the reason why your wound troubles you so much.
I cannot give up on my children now. They both need me living.
What about their mother, if I may ask?
She died in 1915 during one of the first Zeppelin raids. We never found her body.
that's sad.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me, blundering idiot.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
I'm okay, yeah.
I've read your letter, Mortimer. You wrote about an unbearable feeling of despair while the world crumbles around you. Tell me more about it.
There's nothing more to say, really. It's hurtful, it's unbearable, and I don't ask anyone to understand what I feel.
The world is bleak, but maybe the pain we feel is the best compass for making it a better place.
How can we repair the world, Dr. Reed, when mankind is the biggest problem? Yes, the world will be a much better place when we're gone.
Your medical report says you're not affected by the Spanish flu. What do you think of that, Mortimer?
Does it make me happy? Not in the slightest. If it was up to me, I would have left this place long ago. I know I don't belong here.
And why do you think you don't belong here?
I know the staff have more important things to do than look after me. There's plenty of patients here who need their attention.
I have retrieved your letter, Mr. Goswick. I can assure you that nobody read it but me.
Thank you. This is for you, then. For your help. And for your silence.
I think you should talk to your mother. It would be good for both of you.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. I'll think about it. Now please, let me be.
Wow, it gave me money. Money, 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 money! Ah!
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir.
This hospital seems to be falling apart.
Currently playing my main playthrough. I was trying to finish up a side quest and it was getting awfully close to 11 o'clock my time. That's from another guy. I thought it gave me a letter, a folded letter. That's where I found that in the beginning of the game.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
get to some light. This is what my guy currently looks like, because I've killed so many people. The whites of his eyes have turned red, and he looks more pale, with kind of veiny, pale looking. And I'm level 21 on this character here. They're stable. I just got them stable. I just healed a whole bunch of people. They're critical. I gotta go over here soon and try to heal them. I've learned that I'm not gonna be able to keep everybody alive. Even if I was trying to save or not bite anybody in this game. Eventually someone is going to die off because I won't be able to get to them in time or create enough antidotes to cure their sickness. I just now got the cure to yeah, for neuralgia. Cindy's attacking Jacko behind me. I was like, what are you doing? I'm gonna switch to the other save. I played till like 9 o'clock last night on my playthrough. And I'm still in Act 1 of my game. And I fought this 10-foot tall bad guy down in the sewers, and I was like, I died like twice, and the third time I finally killed him, but it was challenging. A rat in the hospital. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna refill my coffee. My coffee? Say, man, that's a sexy biscuit right there. Alright, sir. Have you enjoyed the story thus far? We got to reach the pharmacy for somebody and talk to the hospital benefactor. Let's go talk to the hospital benefactor, and then we'll go hunt down the pharmacy. I also learned that I should have chose this ability. There's like 3 abilities that you need to really concentrate on, especially if you're trying to play a good Jonathan and not kill anybody. You only have so much XP to go around. So you really need to choose what abilities you want. The biting abilities, the shadow mist, and of course stamina and health, pretty much. La 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 la. Yeah, I quit playing at 9 o'clock last night. I was like, wow.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough.
She lies. She's gonna bite him.
Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
Until she bites your neck.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
I almost forgot. Subtitles!
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
But the old man on the bed called you Emily. What's up with that?
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
No!
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Oh no.
Pardon my boldness, your ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Darn. I was hoping for a Twinkie.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
My wife thinks I'm crazy.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient, or their family.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll
Harriet
meet that
Jones.
woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
I like the way she speaks. She's smart and purty. She's a purty lady. She's so smart. She said, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get." I'll be your obligé. Her choice of words makes me feel all fuzzy inside. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum. My dear children, sorry I did not write to you before, but it hurts like hell just to write these few words on bloody paper. Don't worry, Daddy will go out to the hospital as soon as the doctors fix his arm. In the meantime, if you need something, go see Mr. Chadwick at the construction site and tell him you are Harvey Fidwick's children. You remember Robert Chadwick, the big guy with the mustache who helped me repair the house doors last spring? Go see him and ask for a few bob. He won't refuse to spare you a few. I'm sorry I can't work anymore for now, but we'll figure out something as soon as I'm out. Don't worry, and everything will be fine as soon as Daddy's arm is strong again. And as soon as the doctors have fixed my arm and He didn't finish the letter.
How long must I wait, damn it? Blaming me will not further your agenda, sir. How long's it going to take to fix me?
See, I just did this eavesdrop earlier. But I didn't realize I could do this until I saw it in the video that I watched last night. For these characters.
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
Some of the acting could be better. Their acting is not that great. It's almost like I'm watching characters from a Resident Evil 1 video game. Is that Chris's blood? I hope that's not Chris's blood. Let's see, where am I going? Oh yeah, the pharmacy. Okay. I hope that's not Chris's blood. Uh-huh. Shot to the heart. You're too late, baby. You get stuff. Bad name.
We have to stop him!
Wow, he died all funny. He's broken. He looked like a pretzel. I like pretzels. They're salty. Salted pretzel. Wife shaking her head behind me. Don't believe she's put up with me in over 20 years. We've been married 18 years, but we've known each other since 1995. So she's put up with my my personality for about 23 years, give or take. She said, "My husband's crazy. He's so goofy. What am I gonna do with him?" Jumper, jumper, you're the fun. This guy gonna be tough. Level 16, I'm level 9. Biting me? Who do you think you are? That was a waste. He keeps like making a copy of himself. Oh, I thought so. He's tough. He's a challenging skull. They're called skulls. And there's different variations of skulls. He's a skull. Scowling me with his evil shadowness of evil. Wife back there playing on her phone. Tranced in on Facebook. Liking all the puppy dog posts. I guess so. She says, oh, look at that cute puppy dog. Like, oh, look at that cute kitty cat. Like, oh, look at that little kitty cat. And that pig. Like, look at that little bunny rabbit. Like. Oh, it's a pig. It's a little kitty cat skydiving. Like you in a minute. What does that even mean? I'm gonna like you in a minute. What you trying to say? What you trying to say? Yeah, I believe it's dead, buddy. I bit him on the neck. His blood tasted like candy. If a vampire was to bite someone who was had just ate like a whole bunch of sugar, would that vampire become a diabetic after chowing down on some sugar-infested fat human that was, their blood sugar count was through the roof? Would the vampire get dizzy and sit down and go, oh god, sugar high? Oh, that guy was so full of sugar. Oh. Those screams from those skulls are kind of creepy. I thought I was in the right spot for fighting that vampire. Go this way. That's right. I went down this corridor. I think I'm just going to play for 2 hours on broadcasting and then enjoy the rest of my day. So I'm going to try to get as much as I can done on the story here as possible. I may have to come back to this guy later because he's a bit tough. I think someone came from the future and gave that skull a headset with heavy metal or something, and that's the only part he can sing is that loud screaming in the heavy metal song, whatever it is. I don't know. redheaded. Really? I can't stun him anymore. Alright, I'm gonna come back to this guy later. Him and his freaking shadow version of himself is kicking my ass. And all I'm do is just gonna get frustrated and be like, "Urgh." And that's not good. I don't want to get frustrated. What are you saying? Mm-hmm, that's right. That's right. So what do you think about the story so far, Mr. Majati, Mr. Lan, Mr. Lanty? Not much of a story so far. It's just, I guess, just still trying to figure out what's going on. Something made him, and didn't bother sticking around after creating him. So you don't know whether it was an accident, whether this creature did it on purpose. And right now we're trying to figure out who this rat is, who's blackmailing the redheaded female lady. Alright. Let's go do that. Since the side quest, the investigation is a bit too challenging at the moment to cool. Yeah. Yeah, I like the doctor part of him. And you have to try and search as much as possible for ingredients and parts and stuff to create serums and stuff to. But from what I'm gathering thus far, I'm not going to be able to keep everybody alive in every district. And as soon as I get the chance, up here is the cemetery, and somewhere around this area, there's a broken wall and a dead guy laying there with cures for migraine and neuralgia. I found that out last night watching a videos. I probably would have never found it on my own. I'm not much in for exploring. Where am I going? Oh, I gotta talk to Harriet Jones. This old lady that's been in the hospital for a while. Harriet Jones!
I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I will not let you down.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Admit it, Mortimer. Your mother had you hospitalized here because you tried to kill yourself.
Yes, it's true.
All right, then. This is the first time we've really shared information about your case. Shall we call this progress?
Call it what you want, Dr. Reed.
Mr. Reed, Mr. Reed.
You can trust me. I won't report you to the authorities. My one and only concern is your health.
I guess I should thank you then.
Can I help you in any way, Mr. Goswick?
I wrote a letter for my mother. She was supposed to read it after my death. But I suppose she doesn't have to read it now.
I see. And is this letter still near the place where you tried to take your own life?
Yes. And I don't want anyone reading my last words. I mean, I'm still here. If you bring me back that letter, then perhaps we'll talk.
What are you doing, Jackie boy? What are you doing? What you doing over there? Being a handsome man. Who's your handsome boy? Yeah, who's your handsome boy? Trying to sit like a human. Sitting like a human over there.
Have you heard rumors about blackmail in this hospital?
No?
Okay, that was a simple answer.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Your son wished to die, Beatrice. Why did you hide such crucial information?
Are you not aware suicide is a crime? Mortimer could be thrown in jail. I can't let that happen. I won't.
I understand you fear the legal consequences, Mrs. Goswick. But don't you realize your silence significantly affects your son's case?
All my son needs is help and comprehension. Not judgment and punishment for what he may or may not have done.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Punk. Thanks to my father's genes, I have carried over his part of DNA where I have excessively dry feet. And I put lotion on them on most nights when I go to bed, when I remember. But sometimes I don't, and my heels of my feet are like I was affected by some kind of cosmic power, and only just the heels of my feet got rock-like feet, kind of like the Thing from Fantastic Four, but it was just affected my heels of my feet, and they were incredibly rough, sharp, and jagged. And occasionally, when I go to sleep at night and I forget to put lotion on my feet, it'll start itching around my ankles and stuff, where I wear boots all day at work, and my subconscious will just scratch and scratch and scratch and scratch and scratch using the heel of my feet on the other ankle. And I've rubbed myself raw a couple of times. Wake up 1, 2 o'clock in the morning where I've just rubbed my one spot completely raw on my ankle with my heel of my foot. And it's like, ugh. And they either start handcuffing my ankles to the bed where I can't move, or I've got to somehow try to remember to put lotion on around my feet and ankles at night before I fall asleep. And it's incredibly frustrating. But anyway, back to the story.
What?
What?
What is this?
What is this?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Get out of my room.
There's
out of
no
my
need
room.
for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Shut up!
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches' greedy little eyes. Just waiting for me to pop off they are.
She's got a mouth on her, don't she?
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
She's got a mouth on her. Some of these sluts can't keep their legs closed. Alright.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. I feel better already. Can I go soon?
I guess I've already talked to him.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Even the darkest thoughts in your heart.
Oh, his eyes are red too.
The life running in your veins. This dead flesh needs it.
Oh,
Huh.
please spare me.
Those two. I guess I already have killed Mr. Cox. Oh, freaking ankle.
Dark Queen, spare your obedient slave.
Alright, dude. See you when you get back.
Damn. The pain.
The pain. Good. Let's see. Must be the. What's his name? No.
Is our little mystery closer to being solved, Dr. Reed?
I think of nothing else, my lady.
My situation is delicate, and it occupies all my thoughts. The blackmail must stop. I need assurance.
Well, I tell you what I need, but that'll fall on deaf ears.
Dr. Reed, I met him in New York once.
If only there were more of us, with less resignation and more determination.
I know I can count on you. I wish I could say the same. Last summer's epidemic.
You look exhausted. You're pushing yourself too hard. You don't have to bear the burdens of this hospital alone.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Okay.
I wish I could be sick again.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Milton cheats patients out of their money at this hospital, Pippa. Are you his accomplice?
Yes, I am.
Is this your definition of being useful? By abusing the sick and poor?
No. It is my definition of getting out of this useless life once and for all.
Why do you do it?
Why not? Most of the sick who paid for a bed are already dead, or will be soon. Don't you see the futility of all this?
How can you be affected by the misery around you, and be so heartless at the same time? Which is the real you, Nurse Hawkins?
I could ask you the same question, Dr. Reed. Are you more real when you lie to a dying patient, or when you grant him useless medication?
Whose idea was it?
What difference does it make? We did it together, and I'm guilty as charged.
Answer my question.
It was my idea first, even though Milton would say it was his, to protect me.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
Wow.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
I gotta find Miss Crane.
It's locked, all right.
Looking for love in all the wrong places. I don't know why that popped in my head. I guess because I'm looking for stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Random stuff will just pop in my head. Where is Dorothy Crane?
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again. Have you heard of someone blackmailing people in the hospital? Pardon me, sir, but I have no idea what you're talking about. Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
Tomorrow,
Chidana.
more bodies will arrive and then sadly depart. I'm managing a trade.
Someone seems to be missing. I can't seem to locate her. The 2 male doctors are in here. Dr. Aykroyd, Thomas Elwood, Harriet Jones, Thelma Howcroft. Pippa Hawkins. I know she's not here, but I'm gonna go in here and evolve. Something's fishy. Wow, 1,300. You trade instant health gain for you trade more blood to heal yourself instantly and gain an additional boost. Okay. What do you have to do, I guess, to get everybody satisfied? Complete all their objectives, maybe? Let's try to find Dorothy Crane. Tonight on NBC. Where is Dorothy Crane? I must ask her an important question. She's not popping up anywhere. She was kind of helping out with the 2 male doctors. Harvey Fiddick, Dr. Strickland. Welcome back. I'm looking for Dorothy Crane.
You have the right to disapprove of our methods.
Supposed to ask her if she has any information on the blackmails going on. Gwyneth Brannigan. I may have to go to the men's room here in a minute. Ashbury. Dorothy Crane is MIA. It's very fishy. Alright, I'm gonna take a small break. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and get more coffee. I shall return. The sock fell off the bed. Alright, I am back. I'll probably record an extra 5 minutes or so, since I had to go to the bathroom. Oh, wrong button. Ah, she's not in the hospital, she's over here. I thought maybe she'd be in the hospital.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I ought to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals. Or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
Something's afoot here. Ah, yes. I remember this now. While I'm thinking about it... Well, there's no need... Well, I guess I could... sell it, maybe. I thought there'd be an objective to find that one guy's mate that they served in the army together. And he couldn't. He was afraid to go in there because of the rats. He's scared of rats. I thought there'd be one to track that, but... I really don't need to track it because he's down here in the sewer somewhere. Someone just got eaten alive or something.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
think there's a mini boss fight down there. On the other side of this wall. I don't know if you can hear him on your end, but there's a guy saying, I don't want to die, I can't breathe, I want to see the sky, I want to feel the fresh air. That's what's his name's friend that went missing. Yep, save a citizen carefully. The day your citizen may not survive the next night, go check on him.
I don't want to die here. I want to see the sky, feel the fresh air.
Really?
I can't breathe.
Jesus.
I don't want to die here. I want to see the sky, feel the fresh air.
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay. I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
Mr. Thatcher, your friend Newton sent me to help you. Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
And a while back, I recorded some gameplay of me fighting a bunch of monsters in God of War in this challenge map, kicking some ass, and I wanted to put the Smack My Bitch Up song playing in the background, and I knew YouTube wouldn't allow it, so I put it on Facebook, thinking it would be, I could get away with that on Facebook, but hell, Facebook's now gone to restricting copyrighted songs playing in the background. And I'm just like, son of a bitch. When it starts getting to that good part of the actual song, it like completely mutes everything. And I'm just like, damn it. I can't have any fun. The Band of the Dragon. Concerning the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, I would advise our members to be very wary about those so-called scholars. Yes, indeed, most of them are always affable and respectful whenever they approach us, but it would be quite unwise for a discreet circle like the Ascalon Club to foolishly speak about our goals, our members, or our traditions. I also would like to remind our fellow members that the Brotherhood itself is ancient enough to have some mysterious traditions. One of them, according to some informants, could be the ritual of the so-called Ban of the Dragon. It seems that in certain conditions, when the Brothers of St. Paul find a violent or bloodthirsty immortal, they call upon him this ban. What is it exactly? I do not know. Does it really exist? I do not know for sure either. But what I've established as facts, it is that whenever a hostile or vindictive vampire has threatened London, it appears without a trace, after the Brotherhood pronounced a ban upon him. The loyal Fergal Bansha itself has never been foolish enough to openly provoke the Brotherhood. This is a lesson we must all remember, never be considered a dragon by the Brotherhood. From the Law of Ascalon by the Lord Redgrave Founder. Interesting. Juicy rats. Okay. I can fight it. I can do it. I can do it. Yep.
What sort of creature is this?
Really? challenging, you know, when you got a whole lot of health and a whole lot of stamina, and your weapon doesn't do that much damage. It's like, ugh. Man.
Here's what's left of him. Not a lot to check, but I should anyway.
If you are sick, if you have no money, whoever you are, wherever you're from, come see Dorothea to get help. No tricks, no charges, no questions asked. Just find Darius Petrescu's house and present this coupon. And I guess that's French underneath there. Daka Santeri Balnev si nu Vetibani Resin anti-fisi du Olindu anti-vini Dorative pote adjunta ajuda no este pacalia gratut discret ventila casa lu Darius Petrescu co assest coupon. Yeah, I think that's French.
Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
Wrong button. Man, I wish there was a vampire TV show like this. And they had like at least 6 or 7 seasons. I'd be happy with that. There hasn't really been a good, decent TV show, vampire TV show, that's kind of reached out to all kinds of audiences, and not just like the girly like audiences, like for Vampire Diaries, that kind of crap. Over here. Shit. Well, that was a waste. I was trying to hit it at him. Really? Really? God's sake. I've got to get me a better weapon. I need to. This ain't gonna get more any higher than level 2. Speed 15. Okay. Okay. Here's your good boy, Jackie boy. My dog Jack's finally gotten to where he's not chasing Stephanie like he used to. But Stephanie, my cat, still doesn't feel comfortable of hanging out in the same room with Jack. Because he will like go up and try to sniff her, and she doesn't like him getting too close. I think it's going to take a couple more years for her to finally hopefully warm up to him completely. What's that gonna do? I gotta reach Whitechapel. But first... And this common stake won't get any higher than level 2 also. I have to find another stake that I can get to level 5. Common handle parts. One more. See if I can make some medicine. I guess once you kill one person, your eyes, the whites of your eyes turn red, like they're bloodshot. This 5-point shive. Oh, that's 1,000. At this rage, you lose control, let the beast take over for a short time. The beast teleports itself to all enemies around you and strikes them with furious blows. Then there's Abyss. Create a shadow vortex at your target's feet, coming to life. The shadows erupt in enemies in the area and inflict tremendous damage. And then there's Blood Cauldron. You focus your power to boil your target's blood, causing it to violently explode, dealing damage to the target and anything nearby. See that? He's tired. She's tired. Tired. He's got a bed. He can lay down and go to sleep, but he's got fatigue. I'm so tired for sitting on the edge of the bed all the time. This doctor's tired. He's tired. He's got a bed. He can go to sleep. He's got a headache, which I can't cure yet. She's tired. Pretty much they're all tired. Yeah. They're all tired except for this guy down here. Level 10. I'm gonna put a marker up here. I'm gonna try to make it to there once I get to the Whitechapel area. Try to. Hello other viewers, welcome to my channel. Try not to die. Let's see here. That would be a dead end.
Step away, sir. Stop now! Crush the leech, boy!
Trying to sneak by while he was banging on the door, but that didn't quite happen. Really? 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 That was rough. But those two other viewers didn't stay long, did they? Jeez. I've got to upgrade that blade very soon. I hear a baby crying.
This is despicable.
I don't even have the shellings to get a shotgun yet. Oh, I can make level 2 now. Let's see. I'll do that. I need 6 common handle parts to make a level 3. He's got a cold. Alrighty.
Look at it!
Really?
Burn it, boys! One stop! Watch it! It's a killer!
Jesus.
Ain't safe here for a gentleman. Step away, sir. Die, vermin!
Really?
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Fuck you all! Fuck it all! Stop it now, Albert, stop it! Worse than a week-old lavvy.
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything, it ain't me.
Medication and drugs are a rare commodity in East London. So you picked an easy target, didn't you?
Shut off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
Very polite, isn't he?
Goodbye, young man.
Me? I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
You'll understand. You've wasted your life. What?
Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You don't have anywhere to go? No family that would welcome you?
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
He's a man. He's a man. He's a handsome boy.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. Now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Welcome back.
Good evening, my dear colleague.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt.
Can you hear?
The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough.
I guess it
we'll
mutes the
talk
television, even when headphones are on. Let's see.
Someday you'll understand. You wasted your life.
I have this thirst for blood.
I'm gonna try to go to the graveyard real quick before I'm done recording.
Pay me a bottle and I'll...
talk to this guy real quick.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
If no one stops it, this epidemic could turn into a scourge. It may kill more people than the war itself.
Yes, this is another kind of war, but just as deadly. History will judge us all for what we did and what we did not.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
That science is unable to explain the facts doesn't mean there is no rational explanation.
I confess, I share your point of view, Doctor.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
I had a feeling that conversation was going to be a lot longer. This is Camille. She's mute.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the Penny Dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
The Penny Dreadfuls.
I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Very well. Goodbye then.
I wonder at some point if I'm going to get her to speak. Make sure I'm going the right way. Okay.
Leech spotted! What?
I'm trying to sneak past him. Oh, great. Really? That guy with the staff is a pain in my ass. Alright. I want to get that, what I'm after in the graveyard before I stop recording. I was trying to sneak past, but I probably wouldn't have made it too far with those other goons, vampire hunters nearby. My wife and I have been wanting to take Jack to the lake because he's never been out at the lake before, but he doesn't listen too well when we tell him to come here. So we're afraid he won't come to us if we take him off of his leash. Alright, I'm just gonna have to run. If I can. Great.
This is no place for you, sir.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Aha! Here it is. Now I can go back to where I was at. My wife is gonna sleep her life away. Yep. I see you dozing off over there. There are treatments for headaches, migraines, and neuralgia. I think that's how you pronounce that, neuralgia. Of course, I have not enough stuff to make it. One treatment for one headache. I bet life back in 1918 was pretty miserable. Wrong way.
Look lively! It's on to us!
Hello again, miss. Very well. Goodbye, then.
I'm not trying to talk to her, I was trying to look at the plant. Small flower bouquets with a voucher for a free medical checkup hidden between the flowers.
Hello again, miss. Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Very well. Goodbye, then.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her. But I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors, or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Considering your line of work, I assure you, it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
Many people must deal with poverty, but not all choose to sell their bodies. That was your decision.
And when exactly was the last time you looked for a job? Or worried about the rent, or what or when you were going to eat?
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
You just look the other way this week, Joe. Come on, we can...
Alright. It's tough to quit playing. Alright. Let's see. I will try to get back on to continue this story Sunday, about 12 o'clock Eastern, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time. Thank you for watching, my friend. Hope you have enjoyed the story thus far. I'm gonna quit recording and switch over to my other save file and play that for a while. Have a good week, and I'll see you next time.